Children, so far we have seen the arrangement of molecules in solid, arrangements of molecules in liquid, arrangements of molecules in gas. Now, let us understand this arrangement in depth with the help of the examples. Okay, children. First one, a spoon of sugar added to water. A spoon of sugar plus water. Plus means addition, added to water. A spoon of sugar added to water dissolves in it because sugar molecules occupies the intermolecular space of water. So, a spoon of sugar added to water dissolves in it because sugar molecules occupy the intermolecular space of water. Occupy the intermolecular space of water. Intermolecular space of water. A spoon of sugar, when it is added to water, here see children, you know that in liquids there is intermolecular space. Intermolecular space. So when you will add sugar here, the space is there in between this one and this one, this one and this one, this one and this one. So the sugar molecule will be occupying in this space. So, a spoon of sugar, when it is added to water, dissolves in it because sugar molecules occupies the intermolecular space of water. Water is the solvent. Here see, here sugar is the solute that dissolves in water. So, this is water and we are adding sugar. So, this sugar is called as solute. Sugar is called as solute. Water is called as solvent. Water is called as solvent. Once again, I repeat here. For example, when you will add a spoon of sugar to the water, the sugar will be dissolved in the water. Why the sugar is dissolved in the liquid here? Why? Because in the liquid, water is a liquid, children. In the liquid, the gap is there. Space is there. When you add the sugar, this space is filled. This sugar occupies the intermolecular space. This space is called as intermolecular space of water. So, sugar we are adding is called as solute and the water is called as the solvent. And here, both the substances, solute plus solvent, sugar plus water is sugar solution. Solute plus solvent is solution. Solute plus solvent is a solution. What is the solute? Sugar is the solute. Sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. Water is the solvent. So, here and the substance we get after mixing this sugar plus water. Sugar plus water is sugar solution. Sugar plus water is sugar solution. So, the substance we get after mixing solute and this solvent is solution. The solute is sugar, the water is a solvent, we get sugar solution. We get sugar solution. Some liquids such as alcohol. Children, do you know alcohol? Yes, you may heard this word alcohol. If you see here, you are using the sanitizers. So that is made up of the alcohol, and even if you go for the beverages, those are also made up of the alcohol. So here if you will observe the alcohol, Some liquids such as alcohol also dissolve in water. So, alcohol also dissolves. Alcohol also dissolves in water. Alcohol also dissolves in water. Gases such as oxygen and carbon dioxide dissolves in water. Not only alcohol, even the gases like the oxygen and carbon dioxide also dissolves in water. So, when alcohol dissolves in water, the alcohol will become solute and the water will become solvent. Like this, oxygen and carbon dioxide become solute and this water will become solvent. When we boil water, children, you know how to boil the water. So we have to keep the water in a vessel under the flame. Okay, automatically this water will be boiled. Bubbles formed on the side of the vessels. Children, when you will observe, while boiling the water in the vessel, the bubbles will be formed on the sides. These are nothing but the gas bubbles. These are nothing but the gas bubbles. So once again, you can see the arrangement by taking the examples. When you will add a spoon of sugar to the water, here the sugar will be dissolved in the water. Why the sugar is dissolved in the water? Sugar occupies the sugar occupies the intermolecular space. Sugar occupies the intermolecular space between the liquid, that is the water. So here the sugar is the solute, the water is the solvent, and the substance after mixing the sugar and water we get is sugar solution. Not only the sugar, even the liquids like alcohol and even the gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide also dissolves in water. Sugar is a solid, dissolves in water. Alcohol is a liquid, dissolves in water. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are gases, dissolves in water. Now we'll go to the important concept, that is changes of state. Okay, children? Children, now the important concept, that is changes of state. Changes of state. So here, what is state? Children, we have solid, liquid and gas. We have solid, liquid and gas. So here, these are nothing but states. So we can change a substance from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and even from gas to liquid, and gas to solid, and liquid to solid. Okay, like that we can convert one form into another form, one state into another state. So heating or cooling of a substance results in the change in matter. So heating or cooling, of a substance results in changes in matter. That means, for example, if you heat any solid, it can be changed into liquid. If you heat the liquid, it can be changed to gas. So the statement meaning is heating or cooling of a substance, results in changes in matter. Changes in matter means solid can be converted or changed into liquid, liquid can be changed into gas, or gas can be changed into solid, either by heating or by cooling. Sometimes the changes are in the state of matter, like solid to liquid or liquid to gas, while sometimes the matter changes altogether, a new substance is formed. So here, sometimes what is going to happen? For example, if you take ice, Ice can be changed to water on heating. On heating, water can be changed to vapor, that is gas. On heating. So here on heating, ice is a solid, this is a liquid, this is gas. So here ice can be changed to water, water can be changed to vapor. Here solid is changed to liquid, liquid is changed to gas, but no new substance is formed here. Sometimes new substance is also formed. Sometimes new substance is also formed. So here the changes are of two types. One is physical change and the second one is chemical change. When a new substance is formed, that comes under the chemical change. When there is change only in the state or color or anything, that is called as physical change. So here now let's go for the two changes. Let's go for the two changes, children. That is, so there are two types of changes. There are two types of changes. There are two types of changes. One is physical change. One is physical change. And second one is chemical change. One is physical change and second one is chemical change. So two types of changes, children. One is physical change, second one is chemical change. First of all, we will learn the physical change. Physical change. All the objects that we see and touch are in one of the three states. Yes, children. If you will touch the bench or if you will touch the wall, if you will touch the chair, all those are solids. And we can see the solids also. We can see the liquids also, but we can't see the gases. So here we can touch the liquids and here we can touch the liquids, we feel the gas. We can just, now I told you that we can feel the coolness of air and hotness of air, but we can't see. All the objects that we see and touch are in one of the three states. That may be solids, that might be liquids or gases. We are used to seeing rocks as solids. So rock is an example. We can see that is a solid. We see the rock, that is a solid, and petrol. And petrol is a liquid. Petrol is a liquid. And we think that these things always exist in the same state. So we see the rock as a solid, we see the petrol as a liquid, and we think that these exist in the same state. If you see the ice, that is a solid. Can ice exist in the same state or can be changed to water? Yes, it can be changed to water. Even the water can be changed to vapor. So, however, the atoms in every object that we see or handle can exist in three states. Atoms in every object you take, like chair, bench, pencil, bag, book, every object you take. Okay. We see or handle can exist in three states: solid, liquid and gas. You can hold the water in the bottle. You can hold the water in your arm. You can hold the water, in your mouth. So here, the solid, the liquid and the gas. The gas is filled in the balloon. So we can see any object you can take. The atoms in every object that we can see or handle can exist in all three states, that is solid, liquid and gas. The state that a rock or an ice cubes is in which state, children? Solid state depends on its temperature. So here What is here? What is here? The state that a rock or an ice cubes is in depends on its temperature. Ice can be changed to water whenever the temperature has raised. If we increase the temperature, if we heat the ice, automatically ice can be changed to water, like that rock also. The change in temperature can bring about change in the states of matter. The change in temperature, the change in temperature, the change in temperature can, this is our children, can bring about change in the state of matter. Change in the state of matter. Change in the state of matter. This change is called as physical change. The change in temperature can bring about the change in the state of matter. I told you that solid can be converted to liquid, liquid can be converted to gas. If you will raise the temperature or if you will down the temperature, if you will increase the temperature or if you will decrease the temperature, one state can be converted to other state or one state can be converted to other state. You can go for solid to liquid or liquid to gas or gas to liquid or liquid to solid. The change in the temperature can bring about the change in the states of matter. This change is called physical change. We have an example also, children, and it's a temporary change. One more thing you can keep in mind, it's a temporary change. Yes, children, ice can be converted to water. Water is also converted to ice by freezing. If you will keep the water in the fridge, you know ice cubes. Yes, ice cubes are made from the water only, and water is made from the ice. Okay, when you will take out the ice or ice cubes from the fridge and you keep outside, automatically the ice cubes melts and become water. Why? Because in the fridge the temperature is low. If you will take it out, the temperature is high. That means the change in the temperature can bring about the change in the states of matter. The ice can be converted to water. Water can be converted to ice when you keep the water in the deep fridge. Okay, children. So this change is called physical change. And this is a temporary change. Why? Because the solid ice is not permanent. It melts. And the water is not permanent. Even it becomes vapor also on heating. Okay, even the vapor is not permanent. And condensation, once again it comes to other state. That means these are not permanent states. Upon heating or upon cooling, the states can be changed. That means heating or cooling is nothing but change in the temperature. Change in temperature can bring about the change in the states of matter. Okay, children. So this change is temporary and can be reversed. Reversed means solid can be converted to liquid, liquid can be converted to gas. That means ice can be converted to water, water can be converted to vapor, vapor can be converted to liquid, water, or water can be converted to ice. So this change is a temporary change. This change is a temporary change and can be reversed. Right. Now let's go for one example. So physical change is a temporary change. Physical change is a temporary change that that can be reversed. I am underlining, children, these are very important. Physical change is a temporary change that can be reversed. For example, when you step on a bottle, so you know bottles, children. Sometimes what we will do while walking on the road, you will be finding the empty bottles, waste bottles. Just you will crush the bottle by stepping on it, okay, with your foot. The shape, here see, when you step on a bottle and crush it, when you step on a waste bottle or any bottle and crush it, you have forced a physical change. Yes, obviously, before stepping it, before you step onto that, the bottle is in one shape. And by stepping on the bottle and by crushing, you can observe the change in the shape of the bottle. Am I right or wrong? Yes, you can observe the change in the shape of the bottle. The shape of the object has changed. The shape of the object has changed. So like this, when you will not only stepping, if you will take any bottle, empty bottle, and you will just force or keep the pressure on the bottle, okay, by squeezing, automatically you can observe the change. Okay, you can observe the change in the shape. It was not a change in the state of matter, but something is changed. So when you will crush the bottle, the state is solid, and before crushing it is in solid shape. After crushing also it is in solid shape. That means shape is not changed, but something is changed due to the physical effect. When you melt an ice cube, you have also forced a physical change by adding energy. So melting of an ice cube is nothing but by giving more heat and giving the temperature. So that example caused a change in the state of matter. So two examples are here. See, in the first example, before crushing the bottle, after crushing the bottle. Before crushing the bottle, after crushing the bottle, shape has changed. Second example, when ice is converted to water. When ice is converted to water, okay, you are adding energy, that is heat. Additional energy you are giving. So solid is converted to liquid. You can observe change in the state. Here no change in the state. The bottle is in solid. Here also the bottle is in solid. But change in the shape. Change in the shape in the first case. Change in the state in the second case. So you can cause physical changes. You can cause physical changes with forces like motion. Motion is nothing but movement, temperature and pressure. Motion, temperature and pressure. Other example is the solution of water and salt. You can take the other example. Other example is the solution of water and salt. If we heat the solution, the water evaporates and we get back salt. So water plus salt is salt solution. Water plus salt is salt solution. In the previous example, you have seen sugar solution. Here it is salt solution. When you will heat the solution, water evaporates. So water plus salt. When you will heat this solution, the water will goes. That means it evaporates. The water will evaporate. Okay. Remaining one is salt. We get back salt. Liquid coconut oil changes to solid coconut oil in winters. Children, if you'll observe the coconut oil, parachute coconut bottle in your houses during winters, okay, the liquid coconut oil will be changed to solid. Why? Because the outside temperature during winter is very low. This is a change of state from solid to liquid, and the composition of, here see, this is a change of state from solid to liquid. The composition of coconut oil does not change. The composition does not change, children. The composition does not change. Once again I am telling, the other example is a solution of water and salt. If we heat the water and salt solution, water evaporates and we get back salt. Liquid coconut oil changes to solid coconut oil in winter. Liquid changes to solid. It will say, if you will observe the parachute coconut oil, the liquid one changes to the solid one. So that means there is a change from, this is a change of state from, so the oil is liquid and the solid we are getting, liquid to solid. But the composition of coconut oil does not change. Okay, children? Right. So this is about the physical change. Once again telling, we have so many examples. One is a bottle, crushing the bottle before crushing, after crushing. What happened before crushing? The bottle is solid. After crushing also the bottle is solid. But shape has changed. In the second case, the ice, when you take it out from the refrigerator and you will keep it outside, it melts and become water. So here in the second case, the state has changed. Solid is converted to liquid. And that means by you are giving the heat, the additional extra energy, okay. So you can cause physical changes with forces like motion, temperature and pressure. Other example is the solution of water and salt. So upon heating this, the water gets evaporated and we get back salt. Like that, liquid coconut oil changes to solid coconut oil in winters. So this is a change of state from liquid to solid. The composition of coconut oil does not change. Like that, the examples are given. Melting of a candle. Candle is made up of wax, children. When you will give the flame, automatically due to that heat, the melting will take place. And melting of butter and breaking of glass. Breaking of glass is here the shape has changed. Melting of butter and melting of candle, we are giving the extra energy. So because of the motion, because of the temperature, because of the pressure, there will be changes in the state or in the shape. All these changes are physical changes and these are temporary changes. Okay, children? Now let's go for the other change, which is the chemical change.